Hi, I'm Jean Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts: Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my word of the week. Great to be with you this week. This week, I'm going to ask another question. How are you? When people ask this question, how honest are we? How honest are we with ourselves? How honest are we with others? Here are some important questions to ask and to contemplate. Can we answer them in our quiet moments? Can we contemplate them in our quiet moments? And is it something that we would actually want to verbalize and share with others? How is our physical health? Are we sleeping well? Can we move about our day without pain? These are things that we probably say to ourselves in the morning when we wake up and our knees hurting or our backs hurting. But being honest about our physical health can help us be in tune and not be embarrassed and be able to communicate with others when we're having issues. So, another question of how are you is our competence. Are there things in our life that we're good at that give us a sense of accomplishment? And do we feel we are capable? So, our competence. So, when we're young, we can accomplish and we're competent with many, many things. But as we're getting older, well, maybe we don't see so well, or maybe we don't hear so well, or maybe we don't drive so well. And we need to be honest with ourselves in our daily competence. Number three is our mood. How do you feel about your moods? How would we describe our mood most days? Are we positive? Or is there always a gray cloud around us? Our mood is very important to be honest about ourselves. Because if we've got a lot of gray days, we really want to reach out. We want to talk to somebody. And we really want to get in touch with our feelings. And what are we feeling? And we need to find a safe place to communicate. The fourth thing is, how are you feeling and what is our inner monologue? And I've talked about these inner critics. Does our inner critic give us a break during the day? Are we constantly badgering ourselves with positive things or negative things? And so, as a part of our mental stability and health, is we really want to be in check with this inner monologue. How are you feeling and how are our relationships? Do we feel we have strong relationships with our family and friends, our neighbors, our community, our coworkers? If so, that's wonderful. If we're feeling that it might be lacking in some areas, what's going on and what can we do to reach out and get some help? Number six is, how are we feeling about our meaning and purpose in life? Do we have things in our life that give us a sense of purpose? Do we have work? Do we have hobbies? Are we volunteering and giving back to others? It's so important to have meaning and feel purposeful. And as the years go on and we're not working and we're finding our new activities that we want to enjoy, this can be bumpy at times. And so it's okay to have some doubts, but we want to make sure that we're really tuning in here and being able to reach out to others if we feel that we're having some problems. How are we feeling and how do we flow? Do we have activities that we love becoming fully absorbed in? Do we have activities where we lose track of time, like gardening or reading or cooking or some hobby? This is so important because this is where we just kind of relax and let our thoughts flow through, and our body gets a moment to reset and recalibrate and refresh. And so finding these moments of flow are very, very important. How are we feeling? And how are we feeling about the control and autonomy in our life? Do we make major decisions in our life? Maybe due to our health, maybe someone has been stepping in to help us. Or are we finding that we're having trouble making these decisions And is it time to ask someone to come in and help us? It's okay. It's all right. And we know that we've got family and friends and support around us. All we need to ask is for help. How are we feeling? And how are our resources? Do we have financial resources to support ourselves? Do we worry about the basics of food and shelter? If we do, we need to reach out. We need to ask for help because we shouldn't be worrying about these things. And so this is a very important question to look at our life and see how are we feeling about our financial resources. And lastly, how are we feeling about our life satisfaction? How satisfied are we with our path, our achievements? Are there things that we wish to accomplish? So, this path, this life satisfaction, this changes. This changes by year, by decade. That's the good thing. We cannot be stagnant. We've got to keep changing and learning and being curious and trying new things. And so that keeps life satisfaction at a 10 instead of a 1 or a 2. So the action item is to think about this. How do we feel? And these are some pretty good topics to really ask ourselves. And then if we have someone that we can sit and talk with, we should talk about these topics. So find someone that you can have an honest and deep discussion with. Pick a question and have a debate about it. Because I believe that everybody is going through this. Their physical health, their competence, our moods, our inner monologue, our relationships, our meaning and purpose, our flow of activities, our control and autonomy, our resources, and our life satisfaction. I think it's topics that we all think about. And so maybe it's okay to talk about them now. So my word of the week is you. The why is to yearn. Maybe we long for something. We have desire. As we move into our later years, we may yearn for youth. We may yearn for our vitality and agility. We don't need to lose these things. We can stay active and healthy. We just need to make the changes and be committed to our long-term health and understand that life and health is cumulative. And so the small changes that we make in our 30s, 40s, and 50s will affect our 60s, 70s, and 80s. The O is for onset, the beginning of something, a start. Each day we get to start over. Each day is new. And so the small changes that we make, they will add up to balance and a better and healthier life. And the U is to uplift, to inspire and influence in a positive way. We can be an example and lead the way to health and vitality for ourselves and others. Be the change we want to see in ourselves. Baby steps. If we take them, it will all add up. Have an awesome week, everyone.